Y'all, man, it's a baraka to be alive. We got that heat burning up over here. And but a matter of time, I was talking to somebody today, me and Dave out of Las Vegas, we had to make a phone call. He said, it's 114 up here. He said to come up here to not happening. Not interested in no 114-degree weather. He was like, yeah, come on. Not at all. Vegas been a pothole. That's been a cesspool. This is Romans 15:4 again, Beth HaMashiach, so we try to get on this. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before, Nikatab Talamidas, so that through endurance,
going through without quitting,
and through the Nakum of the Ketuvim,
the comfort of the writing,
we might have Tikva.
We might have Tikva. Let's look at something right quick. Romans, I'm sorry, not Romans, but Abarym, Hebrews they call it. We'll just see. See how this read from over here. Right down in your chest right now. You know what you do for that? For chest, put Vicks rub on the chest, real deep on the chest, and put a warm towel on there. That Vicks, and then put that warm towel on there, heated towel. It help pull that out. Sometimes it won't break up in the chest. That's old fashioned. They don't know nothing about that. How am I saying? You raising and shaking the head. You know about that, Christian? A lot of folk don't know about it. When it's in the lungs like that. Rub that Vicks out on there real strong, that Vicks, then get a real warm towel, how they can take it, and lay it on the chest, and it'll melt and get in there. It help break that up and get it out the lung. Whenever y'all coughing, most people don't know you coughing because your lungs are trying to expel water. Most people don't know you got fluid in your lungs. You don't just cough for nothing. Your body, if you were choking, your body do it because it's trying to expel what it's got in this lodged in the throat. When you're coughing, it's because you have fluid in your lungs. How many of y'all didn't know that? That's why y'all pay me. Your body's trying to expel the fluid out of them. You can't cough because nothing down in your behind.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So this is Abarym Romans. They call it 1 and 1. Listen.
The Elohim who spoke in time past.
Y'all hear that? The Elohim that spoke in time past.
At many times and within.
And in many times?
At many times.
I see that at many times. So he didn't speak on us one time. Even when the book of Ehud records, so Elohim speak it, yea, said, but unashamed, don't correspond to it. Perceive. They don't perceive it. So that's what we're trying to look at. Now he said he did it many times in time past. Who was he talking to?
And within Shanim.
Shanim year?
Years.
In years. Mm-hmm.
Unto the Aboth by the hand of the Nabaim.
Y'all see that? That's how he spoke to them. So when the Aboth, the fathers, when they heard from Elohim, he spoke to them many times in different ways. He spoke to them. But he spoke to them by the Nabaims. That's why we typically read our book. When we read people that have when we carry the Turah is broken down, Tanakh, the Tanakh, Turah, Ketuvim, Nabaims. That's how you pretty much got it. It's broken up into 3 parts. The first part you got Turah. When people say got the Turah, then they read Yaramyahu. They don't know what they're talking about. The Turah is only your first 5 books.
That's right.
So that's your law.
That's
Turah
right.
is direction. That's your law. So it's your first 5 books. How many of y'all didn't know this? How many did know? Okay, good. Your first 5 books are the law. That's Turah. The whole book is not Turah. So from now, you're going to start to get into your writing, the Ketuvim. The Ketuvims are the writings. Just like when you read Tahalim, different one of those are writings. You'll go through a lot of Kahalath, that they call Ecclesiastes. These are Marshali. These are going to be your writing, the Ketuvims. That's when you're looking at Tanakh. So you're dealing with the Turah, the Nabaims, which what they're going to call the prophets. Then you're going to deal with the Ketuvim. That's why it's called the Tanakh. You know what I'm saying? It's for the Ketuvim, for the writings. So that's how your book is broken down. First 5 books is Turah. Y'all got it? That's law. The rest of them you're going to get, after that, you're going to get the Nabaims. After you get through Mushah, the next one you're going to catch Yahushua, who they're going to call Joshua. So you start reading, those are the Nabaims. Y'all got it? So then from there, you'll get into your Ketuvim. You'll get to the writings. Like certain people, like you'll read, if I think it is correct, Daniel. I want to say they actually put him with the writings in the Ketuvim. Even though, so how they typically do it, You don't have to follow it. So when they look at the Naba'ims, it's only a few that you regard as your major. So they do major and minors, just like baseball. Mushanim, like Yahushua, Yahu, Yaramyahu, Yahuchanan, these are all considered to be your major writers. They're your majors when you look at your Naba'ims. When you look at Daniel, although he Naba and having all the wisdom, they consider him to be a minor. Compared to them, they just consider him to be a minor. So that's how your book is set up. Some people are considered minors, others are considered to be major. So it's important for you to kind of just know certain things. How many of y'all didn't know this? Okay, that's on me then. We never discussed it, but typically that's how your book is pretty much broken. So when you look at the Tanakh, it's different. Please don't walk around that whole book and tell people you got the Turah and that whole book is the Turah, because people who know better are going to know you don't know what you're saying. Only the first 5 books are Turah. You're dealing with instructions and directions. That's what all law is, instruction, directions. That's all. What is a stop sign? Instruction. And what else is it? It's direction. They let you know what to do. Stop. You're supposed to stop. This is a law, and it's also direction and instruction. Where to stop? Don't move. So that's what you look at the Torah. When he told you, thou shalt not, these are instructions and directions. He told you what to do with the kids with their parents. To do what? That it may do what? See, these are instructions. And that you might do what? He told you, he said this is the first of them all that had a Shabbat to it. He said that it might go well with you. So if you don't, well, just like if a person healthy, they're considered to be well. All right? So he said they'll go well. So when you find these kids in the state like y'all in, you better consider your relationship. This is the first thing he gave you. And he said, I'll attach something to this, that it may be well with you, and that thou may have lived how? Never forever. Why not forever? Because it wasn't a promise. What you gonna say? Because it's appointed on the man to die? Well, typically, and I told y'all guys this, you have to look at Turah, promise, that they can do, the word, I try to remember the other day the spelling. Y'all want to write it down, Commensal. Commensal. No, I didn't look it up. It just came back to me when we were talking. Commensal. 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 No, you hadn't heard it. It actually goes with ecology. It's a branch of science. You said that wrong? You said that? No, I heard somebody say, that's all right. I was finna be really proud of myself when you said it. You didn't say that. Who that hollered that out? Look up 2 people. 2 people in front of you. Who you think it was? That man pointed at, I said, look, 2 people. He pointed right at Chanel. These 2. No. They're around here troublemaker. Yeah. No, he right. So when you deal with the word commensal, it basically, you learn how things can exist without hampering or hindering the other. The Turah and Khan can somewhat work in that sense, to where the Turah takes absolutely nothing away from it. They give you kind of a consensus of how 2 can work inside the same kind of system without either taking one from the other. What we'll use? Hands. Hands. How about that? Like, man, I got that answer. Oh, y'all know the answer when I call it. Okay, Ed. Hold on. Who hands up? I saw Ed back there. Is that snicker on the top of your finger? No, just check it. No. Dwight, I looked though. I don't know if you came before him. Are you all right? I'll take him. Okay. Go ahead. Hold on. When you said, hold on. I know you. Why you say let him go? Because of what? And which means you believe you got it right now, so let him go, meaning what did you say that you didn't say that you said? How many of y'all know what he just said? You just said, let him go, because I know I got the right answer, he answer wrong. So let's see if he answer right. What you got? What? He's exactly right. Yeah, 2 and 9. He right. 2 and 7. Philippians. Yeah, he right. Yeah, let me say, y'all smart. I told you, I don't ask y'all nothing you don't know. It don't make sense. It be like them kids when they take them finals and them tests. You seen this on here before? I don't remember them teaching this. I know because I used to do it. I said, be honest, I don't remember them teaching nothing. I had one teacher, man. God, I used to like that guy. His name was Mr. Duncan. He became a principal and everything. He went coach, then he went principal. He used to have this thing, have Duncan dollars. He made up his own dollar bills. And when you did stuff, you got them right, he'd give you them Duncan dollars. And you had so many, he had some toys and stuff you could buy. Candy, when you earn so many of them, listen, man, he just lit up the light. Just being smart the way he did it, it made you want to get it. And he took, not realize as a kid, this was at his own expense. But he was smart because it made you want to, you wanted to be smarter than another kid. You want them dollars. Because then he had stuff, you like, I got so many dollars. He showed you what he got. You can get some candy. You can buy a toy. You like, man, I got to get some more. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time he had us learning. And we was, you know what I'm saying? But, it cost him something. But you know what? He never had to get what, he never had to fuss at us. He never had to get on, because he looked at it, it's going to cost you $1. So it wasn't a whole lot. I don't remember him really having to get with us like, hey, y'all shut up. Y'all listen. You wanted to learn. You wanted to earn. He had a way into where he made you want to grasp the concept, understand what he said. At the same time, you were gaining the knowledge and you didn't realize it, but then you looking at, I was getting a reward. So it made you thrive more for what you were doing. That cost him an expense. He could have said he don't want to do it. I do like other teachers, but he was successful for what he was doing. So you find a successful plan that works. I mean, I didn't never play in his class. I mean, I like his class was fun. Playing to me was getting the work done because I wanted them dollars. I bought them dollars. Now I'm going to get some candy. I'm going to get some toys. You thinking, man, you stacking these up. It's like cash right here. You buying it. At the same time, he was teaching us. Listen. Verse 2 and 9 Philippians. Listen. 2 and 7, I think. Is it 2 and 9?
You want to go up?
2 and 7.
Yes,
Listen.
sir.
Listen.
But emptied himself, taking the form of an Abad, and came to be in the likeness of the Bani of Adam, being found in his appearance as the Bani of Adam.
Y'all see that? He was being found in the fashion of Adam. What happened?
He humbled himself.
And did what?
He humbled himself and became obedient unto Mut.
Y'all see that? That's tight. Now, you know what happened? How many of us will fight it? Now, we used illustration one time, I think, if I was choking somebody, what would you do naturally? Fight it. Why would you fight it? Why would you try to succumb to it? Because this is what you remember. The flesh lusted against the Ruach. So because it does, that's typically how you understand it. If you were choking, nobody going to see him. Like, what's wrong? Choking. Right on a piece of paper. Choking, I can't breathe. I don't want to fight it. It's not natural. The natural thing to do is to fight it, to try not to succumb to it. So you got to think about Yahushua. He became obedient to Mut. Let's see something, since we found that. And now look at this state. What's the purpose of telling you this? Being found in the fashion. Guess what we did? When you found something, basically you discovered it. That's like they claim they did with America with people with him. Can you imagine that? You pull up on the ship, get him, and he is working, chopping TPs, fishing, smoking weed, ham kid, get up. Ha! I just discovered this. And you people, these people been trading. People, listen, people have been coming here all the way Scandinavia. These people were coming over all these places. These folks were coming over through and settling down through him, coming through Minnesota. That's what they call them, the Vikings. People were selling him before Vikings. They don't know no different. They think about the football team. People don't know no different. Because they were already selling him. People had been selling him before these people even thought of. When the white man said they had already been scared, they already had been here back in, out, back in, out. We had been here in, out, in, out. You can come from Africa, or Kibalam, from Canada, and come on down through him. People have been traveling here for years. 1,000 years before these people came. They get him another, ha! And he said, white boy, him crazy. Him high on cocaine. They was. They try to say the Misraim. See, they were sniffing. They claimed that they found. You can go back at what I've heard that you can demumatize them, and you'll find cocaine on their fingernails. That's what they say now. A lot of folks say it. That's what people say. These folks been using that stuff, but people use it for different, for medicines. I tell you, at first, it's believed the first dentists were from Mizraim. That's what they believe. The dentistry was discovered, which ain't nothing hard to believe when it come down to, people in general, the creative mind. It's just people just like to lie. Give credit who credit. I don't care if a white man, he did it. It still helped humanity.
That's
They're
right.
Like, oh, so you created, nobody else can't use it?
That's right.
Henry Ford supposedly made the Ford car so nobody can't get a Ford. People just, what difference it make if it adds to humanity? Every race needs to be a credit to something. That's your part. That's your life. You here, you did what you did. I mean, I guess I could create a doo-doo because I ain't shift. I don't know. They're like everybody added some Chinese people. How you know? Like you can't see people. How I know how to do this? For Chinese people.
That's right.
Oh, why you squint your eye when you can't see? See? That means something. Everybody adds something.
That's right.
Right?
Yes, sir.
See, you gotta just work to find your discovery. Ain't that right? It's something out here you done. I don't know it, but it's out there somewhere. Go ahead.
He humbled himself and became obedient unto moot, even the moot of the crucifixion.
All right, so 2 and 5. We'll go back down. The reason why he started to tell you this, which we'll go back up, but we started him for a reason, no doubt. I wanted above, but since we're him, the reason why he's telling you about this man, his state from the beginning until the form that we learn here. We learned about him when he came here. So when it told you being found, when you found something, pretty much like discovered. We had discovered he was a man. We had discovered he was a man. So if we left him on the state of how we learned from the writings and when we saw him here, okay, he kept trying to tell us about the state he had before this. It's like, really? Seriously? So it's hard to comprehend it because we've never been there. So you can describe it however, it's just hard for us. We had some parallel things like Jerusalem set up to the place, but him and trying to imagine him not being who he was, and then testing him on many ends, we found you're a man. And this man became obedient unto moot. Like we learned there was a point on the unashamed once to moot, but in what way? We don't know what way we're going to stop existing. But here we found a man who became obedient to it. Let's look at the situation. Pick up the 26th chapter since we're here. Matthatyahu 26 and 50. Listen.
Yahushua said to him, My Re'ah, for what have you come? They approached, reached out their hand to Yahushua, and captured him. And behold, one of the Anashim who was with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew out his sword and struck the abad of the Rosh Kahan, cutting off his ear.
See, whoever wrote that, Matthatyahu, he ain't like everybody. He said, ain't gonna get no names. Just one of them with him. So that's a real brother. You can go rob a bank with Matthatyahu, he ain't gonna call your name. Or the right one's gonna. But Cuff grabbed his sword and be like, you did say, you do know this how niggas get locked up, right? Don't call my government name, ain't that right? Just call me P-Dog. You know, P-Dog, there's something like that. You my street name. Listen.
Then Yahushua said to him, Return your sword into its sheath, for all who grasp a sword shall perish by the sword.
Mm-hmm. See that? Listen.
Do you say in your lob that I am not able to ask now of Abi, and he shall command for me more than 12 legions of Malachim?
You know what I'm saying? He said, you don't think I can do it? And what he'll send him to defend and fight for me? Listen.
But then how would the Ketubim be fulfilled?
So what was he showing us right now? Hands. Good answer. Dwight? Humility? What you got, Ed? Obedient. What you gonna say? That what you gonna find? Okay, come on.
But then how would the Ketubim be fulfilled that say, This is how it shall surely be?
See? See, and then you look at a man complying with the writings. See, he looked at, he said, but then how would the writing be fulfilled? See, he worried about how the writing, how my life has to interject or interline with the writings. Because there was some writings already said what was going to happen. So now if I go contrary, I go against the writings. Just like he talked about a people performing a certain type of attribute, having a certain type of behavior, and you're supposed to be that people and you don't do it. So you're not looking at the scripture being fulfilled. That's what he was looking at. He said about how the scripture is going to be fulfilled. I have an alternative. I don't have to do this. I don't have to let you take me. He said, but then I'm going to explain to you why. Because of the writings. I'm looking at the writings. Yeah, remember, he's on to be taken right now. He's not going to move. See, a lot of things we start looking at. I know people get right to the dying part, but he's showing you he's consistent in every aspect of obeying the Dubar. That's why he started letting you know being found in the fashion of a man. So what do we typically use? I tried. I can't do it. It's hard. So it was necessary for us to find him in all point fashion as a man and being subjected to. Y'all got it. I know we get into the mood. We get to this obedient to mood, but let's get to complying before that. I can jump up now. Okay, time. Well, I'm gonna do like the book say. I'm just gonna go and comply and just go and die. He said, well, this gonna be a problem because you ain't complied with nothing else. Now you ready to go ahead and say this last minute thing you finna do. Where's your consistency? Where there been a continuing, in what you're doing? Because remember, the ben is the continuation. The seed is the continuation. To continue. Got it? So you look at Abraham. Yasakat did what? Wow, he continued it. Jacob. Because that's what the seed does. The benim of Yasharal. Discontinued. So you start to look at, think about it, when you put a seed in the ground, that seed forms the same form that the first one did, where it came from. It goes back to the state of the first one. We're going to start to say it's going back to where it was, but like he told you, what if you should see the beneath of sin well? And so I do the same thing. You take an oak tree, a seed of whatever from an oak tree and plant it, and see that oak tree turn to a pine tree. Probably turn into one of them sarsaparilla trees, a weeping willow. It's impossible, and that's why he has a problem with us. He said this couldn't possibly be this man's seed, because there's no way it could be this far off. It should be so simple, just like Yahushua. He could put himself in comparison. If you done seen me, because I mirror him. I mirror him. I do the same thing he does. Now we come along, we say, yeah, I'm a child of Yahuah. Wow. Yahuah in bad shape. Because you don't mirror him. You see what I'm saying? All he was looking at, I mirror this man. I mean, it's the same express image. You know what I'm saying? Because if you plant that tree, it's going to be the same. Hey, you got an orange from a tree, you say, man, it don't look nothing like the other oranges. If you do, you're going to say it's deformed or something wrong with it. You know, say somebody did something to it to over-enhance it, typically they all gonna look the same. In color, almost in shape, you might have some a little larger, but they're gonna have so much in similarity because they stem from that tree, their aunts. And he's looking at us, you look nothing, you don't mirror nothing, and you say you come from. That's why we had to do this teaching, make sure we get it right. And why you think he put all this in your face? So you can see everything else mirror where it comes from. When you plant that seed, that tree don't have, you ever seen a seed do it? How many of y'all have planted a seed in the ground before? Maybe it's a tomato seed? Maybe a collard green? What? You ever seen the seed tear the ground, come up and peek over there and say, hold on, go back down there, and start pulling some of itself, and go back and look again, try to peek again? It can only do, it come from. Why would it not be exact, equivalent? And it never pulls itself up and get up and say, man, I supposed to look like that. This throwed me. I've been underground. I didn't know what I was supposed to look like. I thought I was a tomato. Everything come out, it formulates where it comes from. So why you think it was so important for him to get us to look at you seed out from Abraham? So when we bear that stability, where we unwavering, unmoving, he ain't gonna believe it. We produce the same thing. Hello? And each other like a tree that did what?
Planted by the rivers of water.
That shit don't have to move. It's stable, nothing moving. It give it sufficient. Says leave don't wither. It bring forth its paree in its season. You don't even wait. You want your year round. I ain't do it with the man tell you. See, I try to tell you all the time. If y'all folk would just, if y'all y'all would obey. Just show the intelligence what that man could do. See, this is the thing what you don't realize. See, when it ain't your season, it's still your season.
Right.
Everybody got their season. It just ain't your season. And you don't even realize when you do what you supposed to, you with the right group. Listen, and everybody doing. When he won't hear you, he'll hear me. When he don't hear,
That's
he'll
right.
hear her. When he'll hear, it's like goodness.
That's right.
How we catch him up every end.
That's right.
John, right now, ain't you done? I just ain't gonna hear from you. A heart praying for him. I got John said, I ain't even, and he just doing for me. Cause if everybody doing, he hearing somebody else. When it ain't your time, he hearing somebody. Man, I hear something, man, something ain't worked out. You ain't gonna believe it. Something worked out for me.
Wow.
See that? Y'all, why you think it was so important you put them together? Because you have to learn. You have to learn that. But then y'all say, individual, do your own thing. Man, I don't know why stuff come in. You don't be saying. He said, no, you just stupid. Right. Really, most y'all want the truth. The average y'all stupid. I tell you, you're just stupid because you don't form it. If we did, it's not to insult you. It's to really kill you. So you stop doing it. Insult you don't work. People go to comedy club. Let me tell you something I wouldn't do. I would never pay a man to sit down. Hey, man, you a faggot? You eating that thing? Be like, nigga, you ain't got no jokes. Because I ain't laughing. Open your head up on this stage. Why would I be saying, let nobody insult me? It's crazy. But that show, God, you heard that he asked me was I a faggot. Be like, are y'all serious? Man, I don't play no stuff like that. I'm not interested. You ain't got no material, man. Just going on somewhere, man. I tell you, no material. He don't have no material, everybody. He looking for somebody fat, put all skinny people now. He like, mess him up. Mess him up. Don't get him. Like, you're not going to use me for your material, man. Get you something. I ain't got time to say, man, you ain't ate that thing yet. And I pay somebody to come here to ask me stupid questions, to put me on Front Street. I know they hurt y'all feelings. I don't have that kind of opportunity. I got better things I can be doing. You're not a comic. It's real. I've seen comedy before. Comedy folk know how to use all that time people. They might say something about one person. Y'all gotta go way too far. You ain't even funny no more. You're more disrespectful. You don't know where nobody at. They say anything. And you know who been out? Nigga. Yeah. White people, you do that like comedian back then, like black comedian, they were like somebody, they said, we got a white person in the audience. Hey, there's some funny stuff. Y'all on stage. But it'd be funny. It'd be like, it's funny. They'd be like, wow, they can laugh. But they know they can't go but so far. To us, they just overdo it. Got your mama there. Your mom got a hearing in the wheelchair. They're going to tell a joke about your mama. Right? You know what's going to happen in the concert, right? I mean, you know this whole thing finna get shut down. Cause I'm finna start shooting. My mom in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? They go through that. They just waste time. But that just shows you, though, that's how bad a shape of people we are. So we don't realize we let these people, it ain't even to a benefit. If it tell me something, then explain to show me why. Then help me to get better. These people not helping you, and you pay them tons of money. Man, I was dying laughing. You should just take the laughing off and just do the other part.
Right.
Just start dying. Because you don't have a brain in your head. Our people, we in bad shit. We bad when it comes down to religion, because we just grab stuff. If it's up to me, I'll pass a law. Not one nigga can own a karate suit.
That's right.
Get a house coat. Because everybody push us off in this stuff, we lose sight of what we're doing. Every of us, we lose sight. We'll grab everything negative. Then you got Iceberg Slim, wrote the book on pimping and married a hoe. How much respect? Let me tell you. I'm going to read this book. You married a whore. He wrote the book on pimping. Did he get pimped? You guys have no, listen, man, I was a pimp. I was on the 31st. I supposed to been a pimp on the 31st. And I was a pimp for like a whole day. And I just let the whole business go. When your hoe come back and all she got is an open can of beer, and I'm not finna drink out of it because I know what you do. I shut the whole enterprise down. A $5 million a week business, reduce the rubles. Just learn that ain't your gift. Just get out of it, man. Just stop it. You guys just keep pushing at it. That's when you learn, yeah, you ain't no pimp. But you come when I'm trying to figure, I just know you got paid long as you go. I said, what you? She said that bill. The one you drinking out of? No, wrong business. I was done, shut it all down. No longer Tony the Pimp. Close it down, we're done. Pull the signs down. Fire all the hoes. Like, you ain't supposed to keep going. Just learn, leave it alone. Just stop it. Whoa, the world in bad shape. Come on, let's finish looking at this. This is what I want y'all to realize, though. This man, but then how would the Ketuvim be
fulfilled?
Complete. Come on.
That say, this is how it shall surely be.
Wow. He said, it's a writing said it's supposed to be this way. So you know what that man looking at? I will alter the writings. How many of y'all don't look at, you don't look at when you're doing certain things, you're altering writing. Either you're fulfilling a writing to your destruction, or you're altering some writing that's going to be to a benefit. This man look at these writings to a benefit. It's of necessity these things be done. And we don't consider when you're doing things, your life is encompassed inside of some writings. You might look at, I'm not Yahushua. We know that. Why did I say, y'all ain't going, I'm not Yahushua. I need to tell you that? you don't need to tell, who in here need to tell her they not Yahushua because we confused about you? Nigga, hold your peace. No, good way we know you're not. But we're talking about the responsibility of all of us. That there are things that have to be fulfilled. Come on.
At that time, Yahushua said to the crowd of you have come out like one comes out for a robber with swords and sticks to capture me. But I had been sitting and lamed in the Mashakhan yum by yum, and you did not seize me.
Yeah.
But all this was to fulfill the Ketuvim of the Nabaim. Then all the Talmudim abandoned him and fled.
See that? He said, that's why. He asked the question, why y'all came? I said, he tell you, it don't make, listen. He's trying to let you know, listen. Man, I don't know what God doing mysterious thing. We don't use God just saying out of context. Get what kind of? But this man let know, he's trying to show you the logic in it. He's telling them, this doesn't make any sense. You've never known me to be with weapons. You never know me being in a violent altercation, other than when he overturned the things in the Mashkan, because they were selling and doing, got the people out. You never know me in an altercation, threatening people's lives, killing people or hurting people on his end. So why, I said and I taught, right? Y'all saw me. Why would you come out with swords and sticks at me?
Right.
He's trying to take, but he said, but the writing's got to be fulfilled.
That's right.
See, he's trying to get you and I to do something we don't think. This don't make sense. Why stuff happened to me for no reason? I ain't did nothing. Why did it come this way? Have you ever thought about the writing being fulfilled?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Why would they forsake him?
That's right.
Because some niggas, we all hanging out, we walking together, y'all just hanging. Hold on, let me borrow y'all three for a second. Let me borrow y'all three. Y'all stand right there. Y'all come, y'all just talking, y'all come down here. Y'all just walking away talking, y'all come. Nigga, I'll kill you, nigga. Typically, niggas break. Yeah. That hit fight, man. Yeah. He said, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's the reason. I don't know what you done. I don't know what he done. Hey, man, you want to kill both of them? Oh, no. Kill y'all two niggas. I'm finna go on it. Because somebody just pop up like that, you done something. So the fact that these folks pop up with swords and sticks, they did what the real nigga do. It ain't my fight. That's not my fight. See, how else were they going to do it? Because Cuff had told me before what he would do. He chopped off a nigga ear. He like, I will, but it's 10 more niggas saying, See that thing right here. I'm counting for, this thing can't cut that many nigga at one time. That's a lot of folk. The rest of them, they look at time to roll. Yeah. But I mean, I know I said in a humorous way, but think about why this happened. Think of how many times you question things, but you're not looking at, writing's got to be fulfilled.
That's right.
That's all he looked at. He said, he's trying to let them see, this ain't just happened.
That's right.
I was going that day, the stranger, it didn't just happen. He said, listen, I've been among these people all the time, We've never had a situation where it been a need to bring guns or put knives on swords and put sticks on me. He said, but I'm trying to let them know why. But the writings got to be fulfilled. What was the writing?
Smite the Ra'ah.
Who?
Smite the Ra'ah.
That what you read?
No.
Come and get that ticket. My brother just called. How many pastors we got, y'all? My brother just called. He said, it's too many pastors around there. Come on, get it. What was he thinking right now? That man like me having a conversation. You know what I find? Jesse, nothing against you. But you know what I'm finding? White folk call problems in these congregations. Hey, y'all know that? Not you, Justin. You want a good one. Well, my best friend's white. I believe it.
Thanks, sir.
No, thank you, man. So now, back to the writings.
Yes, sir.
Being fulfilled. So I say that to say, he's allowing them to realize, stop always looking at, he want me dead. Oh, he don't love me no more. Oh, he forsaken me. He said, no, let's look at the writings. He said, because of the writings, that's why this got to happen. Do we ever consider when things happen, what do the writings say? How many of us are concerned about the writings being fulfilled? That's the difference when he looked at his abad, Yahushua. He named him his abad, his servant. He said, this man serves me.
That's right.
He serves I'm going to have a servant. I think myself, hey, you'll go get me something to drink. Man, look around here. And he tells me, I'm a servant of Rahas. The man don't do nothing I tell him to do. So when you look at abad is a servant. What we would say a slave. Use a slave is a better understanding because a slave has what choice? He said, the man ain't got no choice.
Right.
He serves me like a slave to where when I tell him something, he makes it his business to try to satisfy what my desires are. He makes it his business to do my will. So this is why he wants us to observe this man. Pay attention to this man. This man always, when he's questioned. So to say that is to say, if our process, they kind of came out, I can't believe this fool. They chucking them ran up on me with some swords and sticks. The writings got to be fulfilled. Verses up. If that, it's on. And now you think about it. Now I want to come. Now you want to pop through the door. You done broke all this right down. Can I make a confession? A confession? See, when you're taught, when you're limited, then you consider some things. That's the purpose of obtaining the knowledge, the da'at. So when things happen before you can, what they say, like a cart jump to a conclusion like a cartoon? Is that what they said? See what I'm saying? Drawing to a conclusion, start drawing a conclusion. You can sit down and start to consider some things. Look, it's writings involved with what we're doing. Our dispersion is according to writings. He couldn't back off of that. You were only dispersed because he said, it does not matter where you are, I'll recover you. So I put you, I'm over here in no man's land. No, you're exactly where I want you to be. Because I'm going to recover you. He said, no matter how far I'm going to fetch you, I'm going to come get you. I didn't disperse you out because I wasn't coming to get you. I dispersed you out among Gui because it was going to give an opportunity for other people to get an opportunity to see you. So now, in putting you in these places, and people say, I remember when you used to drive, now seeing you change, it started to spark some in people's intelligence to consider. But I need people that's willing to be on a bar, who willing to be a servant, willing to be a slave, willing to serve my purpose. And this is what he was looking at. He realized this man's purpose is, I need these writers. Who will complete these writings for me? He had a bunch of writing with gaps in them. So I need somebody, like you ever did the sentence, fill in the blank. Such, in the blank. Y'all remember that? You fill in the word that fits in the blank. That was him. And you ain't gonna believe it. Now I need you to fill in the blank. He was the example. So if you catch from the example, you should be able to do the rest of this from him. Fill in the blank. And you know the problem he got? Everybody dumbfounded. Nobody willing to do it. Everybody got their own ideology. I got some stuff I'm trying to do. I got some stuff I'm trying to cover. But I need you to fill in the blanks. That's what he did. I fill in the blanks. That makes sense? Come on.
The Anashim who captured Yahusha led him to Caiaphas, the Rosh Kahan, in whose beth the scribes and the Zakanim had assembled.
Listen.
But Cuff followed after him from a distance up to the courtyard of the Rosh Kahan and came inside and sat with the attendants to see what would be the end of the matter.
Come on.
And the Rosh Kohanim and the Zakanim And the whole council sought false testimony against Yahushua to put him to moot, but they could not find any. Even though many false witnesses came forward,
What happened?
they did not find any.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that bad, your lie don't even make sense. We're gonna get another check. My brother told me that too before I got along. You had somebody be at 7:45, 7:50?
Last
They
night.
should be in service.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
But at last 2 false witnesses approached and said, this one said, it is in my power of all to tear down the Mashkahan of Elohim and to build it in 3 yamim.
You see that? That one came, he said it's in their power to tear it down and to build it back. And do what now?
And build it in 3 yamim.
You hear that? That was a false statement because he didn't say that. Listen.
The Rosh Kahan arose and said to him, shall you not answer the Dabar? What are these that these Anashim are testifying against you?
Listen.
But Yahushua kept silent, and the Rosh Kahan answered and said to him, I am making you Shabbat by the living Elohim to tell us if you are the Mashiach, the Ben of Elohim.
Now, a couple of things here you got to look at. First of all, he didn't answer him. There's a couple of writers that would justify him not answering. In the 18th chapter of the book of Aleph Timothy, y'all was taught this years ago, well, back a few years ago, when Koski y'all told the people to answer him not a word. When Sennacherib came, he started telling Yasharal what he was going to do and how he was going to, and what he had power in his hands to do. Y'all didn't realize what happened. You should have. Sennacherib kept telling Yehuda what he could do and how he was going to come and he was going to destroy it, he was going to take them. How nobody had ever been able to deliver themselves or their Elohims out of his hand. And he told them they were going to be the same way. He told them, don't let Koski y'all now make a fool out of you and fool you. He said, nobody been able to deliver. Just like his father. He said, nobody been able to beat him. But he told the people, he gave them an amar. He said, answering him not a word.
That's right.
And the arm kept silent.
That's right.
That's why he wasn't paying him no attention. He was not answering. But now he just pushed him into a situation according to the Torah. You're supposed to honor your father and mother. That's what you're supposed to do. You know who he just told you who they are assembled? Zakanim. That's your elders. The older, let's see what you got. First, Aleph Barnabas, they call 1 Timothy 5:1. I got a book.
Yes, sir.
See, you're looking for a book to get out of something. I'm looking at a book, I'm trying to get in something.
Right.
They call it 1 Timothy, Aleph Barnabas. Means he was born. Meaning he was born of the Nabaim. 5:1. Listen.
Do not rebuke a Zakan.
Y'all hear what he did? Remember, you just heard that's who was assembled at Caiaphas' bed.
That's right.
The Zakanim and the scribes were there. Well, he just told him he'll join him, that he tell him nothing but the Amat. What happened?
Do not rebuke a Zakan.
But do what?
Plead to him as a Abba, the younger Anashim as Akim.
Now, these are the things you got to kind of sit back and you got to consider. That you sit here among people that's old enough and you're supposed to respect them as an Abba. As an Abba. Y'all got that?
Yes, sir.
That's a Kohan right here. And a Kohan, he wouldn't have been 20-something. Let's see something right quick. Aleph, where's this? No, Shaphatym. 17. 17:8. Shaphatym, they call it judges. Shaphatym. Probably want it down lower. Listen. Cause who did what talk? Was Caiaphas talking to him? Was that Caiaphas talking to him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We should call. And what was Caiaphas?
Rosh Kahan.
Okay, not Zakanim. Kahan. 17:7. Shaphatym.
Then the east departed from the city, from Beth Lakam in Yehuda.
Back me up. 5. Listen.
Yes, sir. In the east, Micah had a Beth of mighty ones.
The east, the man Micah had a house of mighty Elohim.
Yes, sir.
Of Elohims. What happened?
And he made an ephod and household idols, and he filled up the hand of one of his bani, that he was to him as for a kahan.
What happened?
Let me read that over.
I know you should. That sounded terrible.
And the east Micah had a Beth of mighty ones.
Yeah.
And he made an ephod and household idols, and he filled up the hand of one of his bani, that he was to him for a kahan.
That one reads different than James Version. James Version don't say that. What does it say?
It's similar.
Finish reading. What does it say?
In those Yamim, there was no Malak in Yasharal.
Yeah.
Every each did what was right in his own
Okay. What does it say? That back to 7. Read.
Now there was a young Ish from Beth Lakam in Yehuda, of the Mishpachah of Yehuda, that he was of Louis, and he was staying there.
Yeah.
Then the Ish departed from the city from Beth Lakam in Yehuda to sojourn where he might find a Malkum.
Yeah.
And as he made his journey, he came to the heart of Abarym, to the Beth of Micah.
Yes.
Micah said to him, where do you come from?
What did he tell him?
And he said to him, I am a Louis from Beth Lakam in Yehuda, and I'm going to stay where I may find a Malkum.
Yes.
Micah then said to him, dwell with me and be a Abba and a Kahan to me, and I shall give you 10 pieces of silver.
Hold on for a minute. What do you want him to do? He want to be a brother?
Dwell with me.
And do what?
Be a Abba and a Kahan to me.
Back up to the 26th chapter. Book of Matthatyahu. 26, what you lost? 57? 58?
Sir.
What happened?
But Cuff followed after him from a distance up to the courtyard of the Rosh Kahan.
No, I read that. 63. Okay.
But Yahusha kept silent, and the Rosh Kahan answered and said to him, I am making you Shabbat before the Kai Elohim to tell us if you are the Mashiach, the being of the Elohim.
Yes.
Yahusha said to him, you have said it, and I say to you, from now on you shall see the Ben of Adam sitting at the right hand of the power and coming with the cloud of the Shamayim. Then the Rosh Kahan tore his clothes and said, he is a blasphemer. What do we have to seek more of witnesses? Have you now not shama his blasphemy?
Now, here we go, and we find a situation. Right here, he was just found in the fashion of a man. That's why he ripped his clothes. First of all, he was a man. And he just sat here and told him that he was going to be sitting on the right hand of Elohim, and he's going to be coming on a cloud from Shamayim. They unexamined him. He's a man. They already stripped their clothes off after they took him. His clothes weren't stripped off the first time when he was at the tomb. They took his clothes off after they first came and took it and put him on a scarlet robe. They put him on more than one robe. They put him on a scarlet robe at one time, and they put him on a purple robe.
That's right.
Who was he mimicking the second time? Hands. Dwight, I got you one time. Hold it. Let me see. Humpback, you got your hand up? That man said, Humpback, that's pretty good. You getting a check for that, too. 2 of them. Dwight, don't make Stasha look bad. She said, you're going to put your hand on that roll. Please, you want to have the right answer, don't you? Stasha, you want him to have the right answer? I do, too. What you going to say? Come on, get that check, man. This man said he put on the purple robe to mimic the red heifer. That man said the purple robe to put on. No, you can't answer no more. You done. I don't want him to answer. I said, how many of y'all heard me say purple?
You talk real.
We've been there. Here, man. Everybody else heard it. Goodness, joke, you stacking them up. I said, all right, let me see. Then you get one, I'm getting, who else I got? All right, Dwight. I'm sorry, not Dwight, but Shahid. Come on. What the man did? That man just said that for real. He said, I'm a lot running. It didn't tell her what he had on. It just told, he said he put on his robe. It's talking Mick Yaw. That was Mick Yaw. Yes, sir. Yeah, Yahuah. I got to remember when they got wrong answers, I got to answer. I had corrected wrong answer. When did you learn he had a color robe? You better quit all that shooting. You don't got to be pissing on the floor, all that shooting in the door. Better cut the light on. Uh-oh, we got another one. It's a good one. What color is pomegranate?
Purple.
Pomegranate? They're red. What are y'all talking about? Come put this up here. Where you seen a purple pomegranate?
Velvet.
What is that? Come on, Bobby, come on. Come on, brother Jack. Come on. What them just said? The color of pomegranate.
That palm juice, that purple.
I'm so hurt right now.
Kevin, Purple Organic, pomegranate. We'll check it out.
Kevin. Boogie.
Sleep, preacher.
He sleep. Yeah, when he don't go along with your stuff, he sleep. All right, we got the answer. Mardarki.
Madarki.
Man, scary. So he had the red robe on, the crimson, because it also represented the dome and the red heifer. They put him on the purple robe because which lavender, they believe it's more like violet. That's an argument about it being purple. That's why y'all see they had the more color purple. They talking about how the purple, they talking about that lavender color, because that's actually what they believe the color was on his robe. I know you just look at color purple. Y'all don't know where they kind of steal a lot of this stuff from. Y'all remember she told you she believed Elohim, she said she believed God gave when you walk past purple and don't acknowledge it. Y'all don't watch it all the time, you don't cry. Y'all should remember she made that statement. She talked about when she walked through and she believed how God get angry when you just walk past that purple, you don't acknowledge that color. Who remember when she said that in the movie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on for a minute. Come on. Ain't no way you remember it. Man, you just got here. You ain't but 2 weeks old. How in the world you gonna remember that? You seen Color Purple? Huh? Put the check up there, Joker. It's supposed to be what? That man don't even supposed to be in your law. Get out of here, Joker. Get out of here. What you talking about supposed to be in his law? No, but y'all go back and look at that. I think it was Suge said that. Suge Avery said it. They were walking through the flowers. She told him that. She told her she believed the Lord loved purple. Don't worry about it. Y'all didn't watch it. Y'all got to check. And all y'all color purple people, y'all, I want, please, I lift my hand. Don't you open your mouth about no color purple. Y'all supposed to watch it. All right. What else we got? Come on. So, no, that's fine. So now, that's when they let them know about him consenting to his moot. And this is how he became obedient. Remember, they told you being found in the fashion of a man. Remember, this is now his statement. This is what they're looking at. You're a man. What are you talking about? But he surrendered himself to it. Writings. All I'm trying to get us to understand, more than anything, that's the difference between people that live their ka'id by amunah versus people that just trying to do something. Because it puts you in places sometimes where, as a person being in the flesh, it's easy to lean to your own understanding or just take your own precedence or cause and don't worry about the outcome or not fulfilling this because you're not actually expected to, but you are expected to. You are expected to. There are a lot of things he has expectations for. Why would you condemn people that you didn't have an expectation for them? He had expectation for. He told him one time, he said, I know what my thoughts are for you. He told us that. He said, I know what my thoughts are for you. Not just for destruction. They for healing you. He said, I know what my intent is. But think about this. He just want me to just live and just die and have nothing. He said, I got thoughts for you of shalom. I got thoughts, but in order for you to obtain that, there's some other things you got to go. Yahushua wind up being the person that we got to shakal. Everybody got to adore him. You got to adore him. You have to ahab this man. But look at what he had to do in order for that to be in his grasp, or for that to be an order that he looks at. It's a total, he looked like, listen, he said, if you don't acknowledge this man, you're not even acknowledging me. Y'all got me? Basically, he's Bob. A foul at Bob is a foul at me. That's what he looked at. He told a foul at this man was a foul at him because he looked at this man adores me. This man sat here and totally surrendered himself to make sure that there will be no faltering, that there will be no defect, there will be no turning aside. He said, not on my part. My end is to make sure that this is complete. And we don't do that because we say we're not Yahushua. And we make all these other excuses for and why we can't and why we don't, because we don't feel like we have responsibility. There's a responsibility on our end, people. Everything this man did was writings. A lot of times he tell you why. He said, because of the writings. Because of the writings. We stood up, when they gave him this, the scroll, the book, he said, the Ruach Elohim is upon me. So he has Mashiach me. To bring the good news. He looked at, we heard, that's the good news. I didn't know what, I was like, where you get that from? But it was, because you know what good news does to the heart? People were waiting to hear that. Listen, whenever we heard in the bar, and you coming, what we said? Yaramyahu said, they never told us nothing too. So here was another bar that came, and he was telling us something too. Man, that's good news. They stand up. Elohim has sent me to tell you, every one of y'all gonna die and your kids. This the last day. What they say? Yes. People say here like, this don't make no sense. I thought we were doing right. So to hear him come and tell us that he said he sent me to mend the brokenhearted, that set at liberty them that are captive and them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable time, that now is the time he's accepted. Like people, you'll see some people, they put not hiring. Cause see some why people put not hiring up? Who know why? Cause they're tired of people coming. People keep coming. I ain't taking nobody else. Before you come, I'm not hiring. Now he opened the door and said, now hiring. He let them know this is acceptable. This is the time. Now I'll accept. I want to accept it. I stopped taking applications. Now I'm telling you, I'm accepting. He can't let us know the man is accepting people now. He's accepting. That man got so mad with us, he said, man, when I shut up Shaphatym, he shut the doors. I don't even want to see these people. I don't want these people in here. Yahushua came and opened the door. He said, listen, I am the door. I'm the one swing. I'm on the hit. Listen, I can close, I can open. He said, listen, he's giving me this ability. I can close, I can open. He said, when I open, no man can close me. And when I close, no man can open. I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth. We're just so far off to where we don't even think about how much your disobedience plays a part, and it hurts you because you don't have a reason to have confidence in, because you keep leaning to yourself. This man was concerned about these writings being fulfilled. And this man had to listen, through everything he suffered and went through that nobody would want to go through, no other man would do. This man exalted, this man is sitting at his right hand. That man exalted him and put him in his right hand. Exalted, brought him all the way up. Exalted right before their eyes. Right before they exalted him. Then just bring him from the ground all the way to Shaphatym. He exalted him to be a shah. And to give remission, repentance, and remission of God. Now listen, repent one thing. Man, I gave you remission. I gave you removing. That's better than repenting. I gave you removing. You don't have it no more. You can repent all you want, but I say you still got it. The man said, I gave you, listen, he put that man, and that man can give you repentance and remission. Ain't just no one. You need remission. I ask for remission. Repentance is nothing. If you don't get remission, that means you still got it. I say him, I shoot that man. And I shoot him. Wow, I repent. What the police gonna say? Oh, he repented. You going to jail. I'm still stuck with it. But I repent. I'm sorry I shot you, man. I've been on my knees begging and crying. The police gonna say, well, I can't lock that man. That man begging and crying. You're going to jail. That gun still in your hand, you getting shot. Remission, removing. That's not even a charge no more. That's done. Removed. This man had authority. I can listen. I can forgive it. I can remove it. That's what he wants you. That means a lot. You just repent. Repent ain't no good if you don't get remission. Most of y'all hadn't even thought about that, have you? When I pull out, y'all hear me ask for it. That don't do me no good. Repent. I repented. If you don't have remission, you still have it.
That's right.
Let me see what you got right quick. I'm trying to finish all up here and get ready. Give me money. See if that right quick. 9, 22, 49, 22, 30. Yahuchanan. Somebody wrote my name up here? That's an unforgivable sin. They call it John. See if 9:28. I'm almost sure 30. Let's see what it said. Listen.
Verse 29?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
We know that the Elohim spoke to Moshe,
Yeah.
but this one we do not know where he is from.
See that? That's how much comfort they had in writings. They said, we know. Did they hear it? And not probably they come in and lie and heard. They look at the writings. They said, we knew that Elohim spoke with Moshe, but this man, I got a problem with this man saying it. Get what these folks looking at. We done found you out. This man, I got a problem with this man saying Elohim speak with him. Listen.
The Ish answered and said to them, this is a marvelous thing, but you do not know where he is from, and yet he opened my
You hear that? He said, listen, I'm sure this thing amazing you about you don't know where he from, but this man done opened my own. This man done gave me knowledge and intelligence toward this. Come on.
Behold, we know that it is not Kataim that Elohim hears.
Y'all hear that? He said, we know that Elohim don't hear people that can make a talk.
But if one who is, but if one is who Yahuah Elohim and does his will,
What he do?
this is whom he Yahuah.
Y'all hear that?
Shamas.
Kara. Well, no, Kara. Shama here. He hear them with intelligence to answer or to give a response or answer. Go ahead.
From of old it has never been Shama that anyone opened the of one that born blind.
Yeah.
If this Ish were not from Elohim,
What did happen?
he would not be able to do anything.
They wouldn't be able to do it. Come on.
They answered and said to him, look, you were born entirely in Kata,
You were born a son anyway. Come
and
on.
and are you teaching us?
Oh, they look, that cut him down. First of all, you born a sinner. And you trying to teach us something? Come on.
So they put him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yahusha Shama that they had cast him out.
You heard about
And
they put him out?
And when he had found him, he said unto him, do you Aman in the bin of Adam?
What happened?
He answered and said, who is he, my Adon, that I may Aman in him?
Mm-hmm.
Yahushua said to him,
It's who?
look, you have seen him. Behold, he is the one speaking to you.
That's what the own does. Sight and knowledge. So appearance. He's getting to see all that. He's taking on the knowledge. He's from the sight. He told him to look. So he's using the 5 senses. Everything belonging to Elohim is going to be in touch. He ain't told her, just feel it somewhere. Don't make no sense. Use your senses. He told him to see it and take knowledge of it. Because this is who you're talking to. What happened?
And he said, my Adon, I Aman. And he bowed down
You see
to
that?
him.
He just believed because Yahushua talked with him. No, I seen attributes. Nobody's ever done what you done. Nobody's ever been able to do it, and you did it. So I got evidence. People just think, see, when he tell you something, you just gotta believe it. No, I gotta have some kind of evidence. Those people said they knew that Elohim spoke to Musa. How do you know that? You heard it? That's some of the confidence they had in the writings. That it's recorded that he spoke to him. Those writings are how you're supposed to live. It's written here in our writings. Come on.
And Yahusha said, For Mashpah I came into the Alam,
That's why I let him know why he came. They ain't let him know how he came here. He said, I came in here for judgment. What happened?
so that those who are blind shall see,
And
those who see shall become blind.
listen,
Those who were with him from the Pharisees Shama his things and said to him,
Parashim, the separate. That's what the Parashim are. They people that are separatists. Come on.
Are we not blind also?
They said, are we what now?
Are we not blind also?
What happened?
Yahusha said to them, if you were blind,
If you were what?
blind,
What happened?
Kata would have not be in you.
You hear what he just said? Hey, hands, reference, hands. I got the white. Somebody else's hand ain't answered. But that hallway feeling bad out there. Somebody, Tim more than raised a hand. What you got, Big Timmy? The Adam. That make sense, y'all? Hands that don't make sense. Okay. He just told them. Tell them again what he just said.
Yahusha said to them, if you were blind,
If you were what?
blind,
If you were what?
blind,
What would happen?
Kata would have not be in you.
If you went back to the 3rd chapter of the book of Barashit, they call it Genesis, it told when they ate the pari, it said their eyes were open. So when were they without kata?
When they were blind.
When they were blind. See, that's why you just need a teacher. It don't take long. They need a teacher. Teacher make it plain. I can write this on table. When you read it, you can run.
That's right.
Because it's for an appointed time.
Yes, sir.
That's why he tried to tell him. He said, if you were blind, say you would have no kata. But listen what they told him.
But now that you have said, we see,
Now since you say you have sight, saying you have knowledge, that you see appearance, what did he tell him, son?
your Kata remains.
So repentance good, or you need remission?
Remission.
That man just took remission from him. He said, you still in it. You see why it's important to look at what you ask for? I know your man look at it. I pull out the same thing. You ain't gonna believe it. That's what I want. Your kid been asking you all year for a G.I. Joe, and you gonna ask them December the 24th. What you want? I don't have no idea. Hadn't even thought nothing about it. Whole year I've been hollering G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe. Then you ask me December 24th, what I want for Christmas? I tell the man every time, that's what I want. I started praying something different. He said, oh, he changed. Matthatyahu. This is what I want. That's why I pull out the same thing. That's what I want. If I want something different, I ask him. This is what I want. So I don't want to try to be too smart and try to be too clever if people do. I just want enough intelligence to make sure we can make it in. See, trying to be smart, trying to talk about, so you trying to say, we blind? He said, if you were blind, you wouldn't have no kata. But since you say you see, your kata remain. So did Adam. That's why he couldn't come back in the gun. I was trying to show him. See, since they were so smart and they teachers of it, they know what he was saying. They knew exactly what he just told them. You think they were sitting around talking about something? We got to go back and read. These folks right here, they separatists. They specialized in this. And then they untied themselves up trying to be smart. That's why you don't want to try to be too smart. Want to be smart enough to make sure you get it right. And willing enough to humble yourself to be able to take correction so you can grow thereby. So a lot of people, they're too smart, he can't correct. He can't use it. A lot of preachers, he can't use us. He can't because you know too much. You won't humble yourself. You won't take no correction. Like, I can't do nothing with you. People have to see us get corrected. People have to see us make change and transform. That way people see us evidence. Sometimes they see the preacher always been right. Preacher don't never have to wear, preacher like they do around here. Preacher always got money. I'm telling them lies from. Give me a pistol, I start robbing banks, I keep some money. But I know when y'all niggas tell, I don't want to save, I want to say a preacher with a black truck over there at the well yard. I know. That's why I ain't gonna say, tell me, preacher, let me go with you. You can go, I'm gonna shoot you first. Them folk gonna be on the ground talking about, don't shoot. I said, I ain't gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot this nigga once I get the money. Cause I know he gonna tell. Everybody else saved. But I appreciate you, Yahuah, through Yahushua HaMashiach for this opportunity time that we had to just sit down and consider. My palal is that we will examine ourselves on a constant basis, looking at what we can elevate, make changes, so we can be right at the end of the day. That's the most important thing. If you ain't right, everything else in vain. You know, you can cross all your T's, dot all your I's, but I mean, what good is that if you're gonna burn this Sheol? We get this thing here right, everything else gonna pay for itself. That's it over everything. This it. It's that over everything. Make this your priority. Make sure, but how can the writing be fulfilled? Fill in the blank. That's what I want everybody to start looking at. That's our motto there. Fill in the blank. Are you filling in the blanks? You left it empty. You should be able to fill in the blank. Any one of us should be. That's what he did. In every aspect, he filled in the blanks. In every aspect, playing we needed a red heifer. They put a scarlet robe on him. They put that robe on him as well to try to imitate somebody. Let you know he was Esau. Asu, who they call, he gave up his birthright. Get what Yahushua did when he got up on the tomb. He gave up his birthright. That's how you obtain it. He fit. Listen, all he was doing was filling in the blanks. People saying, what's the cause? What's the purpose behind it? He said, I came to fit. He said, I came in the volume of the book. I came in the bottom, in the volume of the Sefer. From the top, middle, bottom. He said, I came to fulfill all that. That's all he was doing. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. What you doing? You just blank. And that blank is keep from using the other words. Blank! You ain't filling, it's just blank. Because you're like, I'm just being honest, we got to do better. The way y'all son, we got to do better. In every aspect, y'all dropped the ball. People out here, white people count on y'all guys. To keep this standard up, y'all getting the ball. It's no slight on the word. Y'all get the time, y'all get the explanation, we look it up, we get examples. What with this? If you don't get it, then you just burn. Man, wow, that's a lot of pressure. Versus, I give it to you, it's where you can explain and comprehend it, then you can make a choice. You know what I'm saying? Don't give it to me, I can't understand it, then say burn too. I ain't have a chance. The man wants you to have a chance. That's all he wanted everybody to have a chance. That was the whole purpose. We needed a chance. We needed a fair shot. You need a fair shot at salvation or a fair shot at Sheol. Not, well, I might as well go to Sheol because I ain't going to be able to get it. No. Give you a fair shot. Then you make a choice. Choose who you going to shakal. Who you going to adore. Who you going to worship. Make up your mind. If you're going to be a student of Talmudim, a taught one of Yahuah, then you got to be willing and subject to. You got to be able to listen. You got to be willing. You got to be willing to be used. I go, use me, but you want to be on a stage and be somewhere spectacular. He said, I don't need nobody on no stage. I need somebody in a critical situation where people watch you saying, I know I wouldn't let that happen to me. I guarantee, I swear on my mama's grave, and you do it. You know what he said? You and your mama's grave going down. You know how many people do that? Swear on their mama grave? Listen, I guarantee it won't happen to me. I bet you $1 million. He said, that's why I wouldn't use you. He got a lot of folk live off that. What'll never happen, I listen on everything on my grandmama's grave. I swear for God. He got people that do it. He's saying, I need somebody to live for Elohim. Why are you taking this approach? I need somebody to be a vessel. I need somebody to be used. I need somebody to see somebody in a situation and you say, surely you don't stop believing that man. Not at all. You know how we look at it? If you serve him, if you do right, you'll never want for nothing. You'll never go without nothing. All Yahuah, a Nabal, major Nabal. This is who he said he gonna send before he come back. I'm gonna send all Yahuah to you. All Yahuah had to sit down and a bird had to feed him. Serving Yahuah and a bird had to feed him. How many finna eat from the mouth of a bird? From a bird dropping. He's like, man, I ain't no animal. Eat from no bird. That's stupid. He said, I know. That's why I never use it. He said, I need somebody willing. You ain't gonna believe it. He written out Sefer. Where you written at? In that group of people, he said they're gonna go in. That'd be the Broadway. Your name ain't there, but you're in that group. That's why we got to start being careful. Making sure we just constantly, because he don't need people just, so when people see you doing well, what that sometimes they don't do for them, he needs to see somebody to do bad, then come out of the situation so people say they've been delivered and they held their integrity the whole time. Anybody can serve him, they ain't got no want, no law. Why, who couldn't? Who be saying, man, I got all this money, I can't serve him. This is easy. You ain't got to struggle for nothing. You ain't got to want for nothing. You ain't behind on that. He said, I need somebody to be a little behind. I need somebody to serve and people to see it and know it. And watch how these people hold their integrity. Everybody want to be the one on top. He needs somebody to just be willing. You know, consider when you get, I got things. I ain't going to lie. I appreciate it. But I try to keep my mindset. He decide he touched them things. I don't want that to change how I live for him. I don't want that. It'll hurt, but I'm a man. I don't want that to change. I don't want that to change how I feel about it. Because, see, if you're going to be on the bar, you got to be willing to say, man, I'm a slave. What slave get? The master get a slave son, he can't take it back. He the master, he take what he want. He give you a wife, come in and grab her, pull her right that bed. You're thinking, what happened? You good, boy? So the master give a man a wife. Y'all familiar with slavery, right? Familiar? So the master give a man a wife. Man have a family. There's no way he can bust that family up. That man march straight in the house, get that son, take him straight there and put him on the wagon. You don't see him no more. You good, boy? Gotta suck that up. Get what Yahuah look at. I might need to come in and take your son or your daughter. I'm talking about to move. I need somebody to still be willing to serve me. And tell me when that slave can say, you know what? I'm done. I ain't picking nothing else. F him. What they do? You better keep picking. Better keep working and shut your mouth. I'm gonna kick that door in up on the big. I'm gonna go straight and kick that door. I'm gonna straighten that crock out. How many times y'all think that happened? Not a nail. Now, how you think that man look at us? How you think that man look at us? Them folk came straight in there and took your kid, that man take your wife, lay with her right there in your face. He told Dawood that. He said, you know what? He said, I'm gonna let a man take your wife and lay with her under this shamash. He said, you did. He said, I'm gonna do it to you, openly. And Dawood said, I'm done. I ain't serving you no more. That man said, Dawood he ain't turned for nothing Elohim say. Nothing he a martyr. Said saving that one matter. Never turn from it. See, what we're gonna do with this? All of us in here, we serve under stipulations. As long as, if this don't happen, everyone, we serve under stipulation. The people came before, they served under obligation. We got stipulations. Your stipulation won't save you. You got to serve because you're obligated. You're obligated, that's with or without wife, with or without kid, obligated. And suck it up. Get over it. But so when you set your whole love on these people, these things, a lot of times it keep it restrict you from doing. Those are restrictions. Man, it restricts you, man. They folks say, that's stupid, crazy. Tony Smith trying to make folks live and die. Tony Smith to read why all them folks died from COVID. Y'all, ain't no response for COVID? I was over in Wuhan, China, and I made it. These folks dying because Qatar. These folks dying because they won't submit. And we just like them in a sense, we're only submitting up to a point. We got to be willing to drop these restrictions. At all, let's do that. Don't drop them. What you can stop. Don't drop them, keep them. And you can stop what? Don't make sense. I mean, it makes sense to me. If I'm going to do something, it got to be effective. Don't make sense to say, I ain't dropping that. F that. And he come take him anyway. He said, so what was all that for? I said, what's all that for, Claude? What's up? What, you don't like no man calling you soft? I said it. S-O-F-T, soft. That's it. Just stop it. We get ourselves worked all up. Take our time, let that man operate the way we're supposed to operate. Put our confidence in that man, see if he do what he's supposed to do. If he leave you out there for a little while, he ain't gonna leave you for so long. The man got a, listen, let me tell you a secret. Don't tell nobody I told y'all. Y'all got it? He got a heart for his people. Don't tell him I told y'all that. Y'all heard me? Don't repeat it. He got a heart for his people. He couldn't leave you out there for so long. He couldn't do it. It ain't in him. It ain't in him to do it. He chest out, he got to come mend it. He got to. That thing drive him. It get him because he look at, that's my people. He told her one time, say, you want my people. Then he said, the place where I said you want the people. He said, I'm going to come back and say you the people of Elohim. He named the baby Lo-Amin. He told who she said, he said, marry a whore. Ain't that right? A woman is unknown. He said, raise up children to whore them. He said, daughter you have, said, name her Lo-Amin. Not a people. Ain't that right? God, no mercy, no mercy. He named them intentionally. Told him the name. He said, why would her? She a whore and the kids are whore them. He said, not my people. And I won't have no recalm on them. He came back and thought that thing go. He said, you know what? Amen. He said, my people. He said, my people. He said, he got to come back and recover us. That man told you, don't you know that man said, it's in your Turah. You know, let me tell you the Turah ain't give life, Turah give death. If a man take a wife, he don't find the uncleanness in her, she can't find no favor in my eye, I look at it hard to look at it. Man, that hoe, I can't look at that hoe like that. It's I can't look at her. He said, you know what? Before we were killing her. That's the Turah, he's a killer. He said, man, give her a bill of divorcement. Put her on her hand and send out and let somebody else take her, somebody willing to take her. He said she can go. He said, and if the latter husband, the second husband get her, he don't like her, and he put out of the house, said she can't come back to your house. So after that, she defiled. Now, listen, there's nowhere for her to go. I hate her. I put out, she done got somebody else thinking, I'm starting over fresh. He said, you know what? I'm kind of like the first one. You're a stinking hoe. I hate you. Now you looking at, I done messed up this second one. I can't go back to the first. I'm out here. That man said, in Yaramyahu by the 3rd chapter, he said, yeah. He said, they say that if a man have a wife and he put her away, so after that she couldn't return. He said, I'll take you back. He said, I'll take you back. You know what it's like to be laying out there and nobody take you? You messed up with the first one and the second one. How many of them messed up one time with Yahuah? Okay, nobody. That's tight. I have. I'm sorry, y'all clean people. None of y'all done messed up with Yahuah. One time? How many of y'all done messed up twice? You can't come back. He said, you can't come back. He came back and said, listen, he told him, look. He said, look, he said, who hand you laid with? He told her, he said, who hand you laid with? He said, yet return to me. Yasharal, listen, man, we were out here. There was can you imagine you sitting out here, there is nowhere for you to go? There is no one to take you? That man said, I'll take you back. Man, you go running. You go run. Look, them things coming like this. You know, them things they're going here, them things start going like this. Said, man, he'll take me back. He said, I'll take you back. See, man won't do that. He said, I'll take you back. He told him before he took him, who hand you laid with? Right quick, let him read right quick. Come on. 3 and 1, Yaramyahu. I want you to get there, you take it home with you. That's why I work for the man. Ain't nobody else to take Tony Smith. Truth be told, ain't nobody gonna take you. They're gonna use you. I know if folks out there, somebody take me, you're a liar. They use you.
That's right.
People use them folks not take you. People take you based on what you can do for them. Nobody wants you. Take my word for it. That's a baraka to be with this man. Baraka, baraka. Baraka, baraka. Listen.
He says, if a husband puts away his Asha,
what happened?
And she goes from him and belongs to another Ish,
tell him what happened, son.
Shall he still return to her?
You see that? What happened?
Shall not that land be completely polluted?
You hear what he said? When he told her it was a defilement in the 22nd chapter, 24. You had to get Alah Ha Dabarym. When he told him about taking that wife and putting her away, I think it's 24, 22, 24 and 1. That man just told you. He said after that she defiled. He said he take her back. He said the land defiled. He said, man, the land is messed up. You take her back. It's bad. It's on he done stuck that thing on the whole land. What happened, son?
But you are a harlot with many lovers. Yet you turn to me, declares Yahuah.
He trying to get her to come back. Let her know I'll take you. The rest don't want to take you. He said, I'll take you. See, these folks out here, they'll try to act like they can't do it. There ain't no opportunity. That's all that man got in reconciliation for. This right here, and Shaul told you that. We beseech you as though Elohim did it by us. He said, we pull out you in Yahushua's stead. You didn't believe what he told you. Be reconciled to Elohim. That's what the man just told you. Turn to me. Why you think he let that happen? Listen, he could do that because look at it. You were bound by the Turah. That Turah won't let you get back in there. You done. He said, turn to me. I'll take you. Why y'all think he let her get screwed up out here? Why you think we screwed up out here? Why? Nobody else want us. Nobody want us. People want you for they can get out of you. He make you let you screw yourself up on your own accord, your own will, so he can sit here and say, so won't nobody take you. They said, man, you know, they take you back. You know, the whole land be defiled. He said, but you can turn to me. I'll take you. He's special in rejects. I mean, just being honest, he's special in rejects. That's all of rejects. Folks would think, oh, I was out there, son. You wasn't that nigga. I know I'm from the street. You wasn't nothing. He said, any man think himself to be something, he done already declared you nothing. We all nothing. Who is a partaker? Think about it. Turah, that's the Turah. Turah couldn't get you in. The Turah never told you that. He's telling you about the Naveen. He letting you know what he's going to get ready to do. The law, you see what the law, these great law keepers out here, I don't pay these people no this. These folks don't know nothing about no Turah. The man done told you, after that, the land defiled. You can't get it. So letting you know there's no way to reconcile you with the Turah. If I can reconcile you with the Turah, what is the point of calling? What's the point of concede? Favor. The Turah wouldn't do it. Hold on right quick. Say that 22, 24 and 1 right quick. Alah Ha Dabarym. I'm not something to let y'all go. Let's get that quick understanding. How about that? You ain't gonna believe it. He said that ain't gonna make a quick understanding. Don't take that long. Give me a couple of months. Yep. He's not talking about you. Do the wrong they call it? Alah Ha Dabarym 24:1. Listen.
When an Ish takes an Asha and marries her.
When a man do what?
Takes an Asha and
do
marries
what?
her.
He let not just take, he letting that marry. That doesn't see that marriage stuff. That's man stuff. Them folk couple. You know, man, take a wife and marry her. Come on.
And it happens that she finds no favor in his
Why?
because he has found some unseemly thing in her.
So they found something that wasn't right about her. What happened?
And he writes a certificate of divorce.
And do what?
Puts it in her hand, sends her out from his beth.
See that? What happened?
And she goeth forth from his beth and goes and becomes another Ish, Asha.
What happened?
And the latter husband hates her and writes her a certificate of divorce.
What happened?
And puts it in her hand and sends her out of
What
his
happened?
beth. Or if the latter husband moot, who took her to him as his Asha.
What happened?
Then her former husband who sent her away may not be to take her again.
If he don't want to. He got a choice?
Then the former husband who sent her away may not be to take her again to be his Asha.
Why, son?
After which she has been defiled. For that is an abomination before Yahuah.
An abomination and utterly detestable. He said utterly detestable. He said after that he can't take her back. That's the Turah. Now Yaramyahu can't talk about the Nabaim and let you know, saying, yeah, he said, that's what they say. He said, but if you turn to me, I'll take you. So they may have reconciliation. He said, I can't do it. Could he do it with the Turah? The Turah just came home and told you he couldn't do it. He said, after that, you defile. Only way to bring you back, I got to do it through concede. So I got to bring you through a whole nother, I can't bring you through that way. The Turah couldn't do it. The Turah don't set up, it didn't set the premise up for reconciliation. You got the second one, if he die or hate you, either way, after that, you're done. You can't never get back to me. You said, but I want to fix things. I just felt like I ain't do things right. If I went back, I could fix it. He said, you can't ever fix it. Turah don't set room for that. We done. Turn to me.
That's right.
Why you think I'm here? The Turah didn't set no outlet for Tony Smith to get in. No, only concede. Only concede set a reason for you to be in. Man, you been defiled. All of been rejects. Yeah, that's why you can't hold nothing on nobody's head. Why not learn? You had to rhyme. I can't hold nothing on nobody's head. I'm struggling for myself to get in. I waste that time, and y'all spend that time hating somebody with me. Man, I ain't got that time. I'm trying to get in. I ain't got that time. That's too much energy to get you. Man, I'm sitting here fooling with you, I missed out. What I'm gonna do? Man, if I had down in show, if I could do it over again, I like them. Man, I don't have that time, baby boy. That's on you. I don't have that time. I'll show you. Man, I'm too lazy. I mean that. I ain't holding nothing on nobody's head. I'm trying to make sure I ain't got nothing over mine. Y'all hear me? No, man. Mess around here, man. No. So everything I do to make sure I get in. So you judge it for yourself. Some of y'all, you could watch it and saying, you're going to have to try it your way and see how it works. I assure you this, though, you're going to find yourself down that Sheol. The only reason you here, And because of what he told her, nah, Turah wouldn't make room for you. Ain't no room. Turah won't do it, baby boy. Y'all hear me? Turah wouldn't do it. It just ain't gonna do it for you. That's just bottom line. Shoot, look at my ring. Y'all see what Turah did? Turah had her outside to have a baby. Man, you know, you pregnant. I'm trying to say, y'all just got married 3 months ago, and she having a baby. No, she can't have a baby no 3 months. That's impossible. That means that one was already pregnant. Turah, we got to kill her. Turah didn't make room for that. She got to die. I just gave you a time. Please don't go outside and say you married that woman for 2 months. But she was already with child. But they weren't stupid. They knew from the timeline it don't make sense. And what he went to do, because he said he was Saddam. He didn't even want to kill her. He just put her away. He said him being a Saddam, he was just, he said, I just put her away. That's all I do, put away pride. Nobody even know this even happened. He said, I just put her away pride. But the Matthatyahu king came and told him, said no, that's from the Yahuah Ha Dabarym. That man kept her. He was going to put away that Turah. See, Turah made room for her on that end. When they told her to set up building above him, that's what he going to do, just put away. Because Mushah gave us that. Because under the Turah, we supposed to kill you. Now, the man had experience. Nobody killed us. Now that you caught us in the act and she was his spouse. Other than that, we can bang all day. She the one going to die. See, that's why you got to appreciate Yahuah. Y'all got to appreciate this, man. Don't keep running and be stupid. Get a man. Listen, I had to pull out twice today. I said, man, I had to send it. I said, man, that man been tubed us, boy. Y'all be saying, I know some don't even know. We be pull out? No, we don't pull out. Don't worry about it. This man, whoo, y'all just don't know. That man right here, that man cut us off in an instant. And the thing is, who can make him pull you back up? Who can make him change his mind? Who can stop it? That's why you got a heart. That's two. Give me your hand.